I like how you're also like making out to be the guy in charge of the podcast, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You've come onto the recording with a boss t-shirt on.
Oh, yeah. I'm the boss man.
That was such a painful laugh. You didn't enjoy that joke at all, and you know what?
No,
I didn't either. But you could have at least laughed a bit more.
I felt it coming.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
When I set up the camera, I was literally just saw the words boss, and I was like, oh, Troy's definitely gonna comment.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for being so predictable. Now I'm really upset.
No, I'm kidding. Not really. But I'm kidding. Not really. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast, where two YouTubers get together and talk about their favourite show in the universe, Doctor Who. I'm your host, Crispy Pro, and joining me, as always, is the insanely captivating Troy Red Archer Live, who is doing something right now.
What up?
Oh, whoa! Is that a lightsaber?
Yeah, it's the lightsaber you just asked me to get out for the intro. Don't pretend like you didn't know about this.
I was doing like that TV acting, but wow. It looks awesome.
Probably the sound effects have come through on the mic, and it probably makes me sound like trash, but I don't know. So, you know, there's my lightsaber. You want us to see it, so there you go. This cost way too much money, and it's been on display out of camera for ages, so it's nice to get it on camera for a bit.
Yeah.
All the Ray fans out there, you are valid. Ray is very cool, and I don't care what you say. We just lost about 10 listeners from me saying that, and I don't care.
I was about to say, are we trying to keep our viewers in? Nah, it doesn't matter. I know that our home slice, Paul, he loves Ray, so that's all I really care about.
Who we can talk about, has followed us on Instagram. We have found Paul, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
For context, somebody has actually made an Instagram account and called them @Paul_Who's_There fan, I believe, and has followed both the podcast on Instagram and me on Instagram.
Incredible.
But Paul is real.
Incredible.
He's real. He
Paul,
exists. He exists.
We wished him into fruition, and now Paul is tangible.
He's tangible, and it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I can't believe it. It's a crazy time. It is a crazy time. But yeah, so we've got some stuff to talk about today. We're going to be having a more chill Q&A quizzes type episode because honestly, we both just need a break from all the heavy theorising, and you know it uses so much of our brain power. You know, we are two very smart people, and our brains do need rest every now and again. You know, we need to give the old grey matter a bit of a relaxation sometimes. So no, we've got loads of questions. To be honest, I think we've got so many that we won't even get through them all in this episode again, which is good because we've still got some as a bank then in case there's ever a slow questions week. But we'll get through as many of those as we can. Oh, now Crispy's been graced by the light again. Look at that. He's done about 3 different lighting phases.
Is that good light? Is that good light there?
It's good. You now look like you're baking under the sun, but I don't know. I don't know which one I prefer. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my gosh.
There's someone regenerating off screen next to you.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry, this is too much fun.
Spotify listeners can enjoy the video as much as YouTube can now, because for clarity, I have uploaded all video versions to Spotify. No one complained, and it works very well, so I've uploaded them all on there. So Spotify listeners, I hope you're enjoying that. And Apple podcast listeners, just like last week, if you're listening on Apple, you haven't got any video. Again, it's just a joke. I just like saying it for a laugh, but there are literally more people listening on Apple than there are on Spotify, according to our stats. So please, we love you, okay? It's a joke.
Don't tease them so much. Don't tease them so much.
Don't abandon us, okay? I promise. We love you. We love you. Crispy's got an iPhone. We cover both bases. I've got the Android. He's got the iPhone. We are both. We are chalk and cheese.
We're inclusive. Here.
We are inclusive. You know, we're so inclusive. Are you the cheese or the chalk?
Are you the cheese? Are you the cheese or the chalk?
Chalk. I'm not a big cheese person.
No, I'll be cheese. I'll take cheese.
There you go. We're accepting of all people. Okay, we accept everyone, especially people who want James Corden to be the 14th Doctor, because we've got one of them in the call right now. But I believe that's where you jump in with the news, because we almost had a scare, didn't we? With regards to the 14th Doctor, that it wasn't going to be James Corden. What happened?
What a crazy, crazy week it was. Since the last time we spoke, whenever you typed in the word Doctor Who, there were news articles with a gentleman's face on it everywhere. And his name was Hugh Grant. I wasn't expecting that. I don't think he appeared once in our... Did he appear in our 14th Doctor theory video at all?
He did not at all, no.
Yeah, so he just kind of came out of nowhere and was the new favourite, was everywhere. And it was days and days of just articles on articles saying, oh yeah, Hugh Grant, who was offered the role back in 2004, denied it, but now he is the new frontrunner to be the next Doctor. And then a couple days later, old mate tweeted saying, hey, look, I've got nothing against Dr. W, but it's not me. Have fun, guys. And that was the end of the Hugh Grant saga.
That was what was so funny about it, because people were literally saying on Twitter, Hugh Grant is active on Twitter, and the fact that he's not said anything yet means that there could be a chance it actually is him. Yep. And then not long after, he's like, nope, it's not me. Don't know where this has come from, but it ain't me. And it makes me sad, because there were other bits in there that were interesting, and I don't know how I feel about them completely, but I kind of like the prospect, because they were saying that at the same time as Hugh Grant being casted, because Sony Pictures have now like a majority stake in Bad Wolf TV, I believe it is now, that they are fully behind Russell T Davies and want to make like kind of a not the same scale as Marvel, but a Marvel Studios style thing where you've got the main show and some spin-offs and stuff all tied together that feels a bit more like the Russell T Davies original era, where you've got Doctor Who, Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood. You've got a few different coherent spin-offs running together that you could collide together for a big story, a la The Stolen Earth Journey's End. That, to me, sounded really cool. I would have loved to have seen that. It does. It also meant that there would have been just an inkling of a chance we get an 8th Doctor spin-off, which, as you know, I am a champion of on this podcast. I want it. Please give it to us. And also Fugitive Doctor. She's getting her own comic spin-off, which is great, but, you know, she needs more screen time too, so one for her as well. But there's loads of opportunities for spin-offs. I've seen people tweet, like, ideas out for slates and stuff before for that, and it could be brilliant to see things like that. But I think because the Hugh Grant stuff isn't true, it's fair to assume that the other stuff in there is also just filler.
I think it is definitely filler. I think, like, that's just something that's been associated with Russell T Davies because he has done that prior. And I think... Yeah. I think there will be a stage in Russell's era where we do get a few more spin-offs that work. Sorry, class. But I genuinely think that, this rumor just kind of was plucked out of thin air. But I do think it will happen, but I feel like Russell's going to establish some brand new characters in his next series, and there will be spin-offs there, but we can always hope that the Fugitive Doctor and the 8th Doctor and various other spin-offs that we want to happen will also happen. You know, we can dream. The sky's the limit, but, you know, not enough people got behind the Crispy for Showrunner campaign, and you're stuck with Russell, so...
Oh, no. Imagine having Russell instead of you. Oh,
people,
where was my campaign,
priorities?
Man? Where was my campaign?
Oh, look, it's been the longest running joke on my channel.
I've had two very weird dreams in the last night, actually.
Do enlighten me.
One of them, very strangely, was that I was getting married to the first girl I dated. I don't know where that one came from. That was completely out of nowhere. My brain was in a very weird place, clearly thinking about that. But right after that, I remember in the same dream sequence, it's not like I'm talking about some kind of like sci-fi TV show. It kind of immediately transitioned into Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast being like, I remember getting, like, it was like we got an email or something, and it was sort of about us being like the 35 and like the biggest podcasts in the world or something. The number 35 was in my head. So my brain is wilding out overnight at times, clearly, because we're going from one thing to the other, but that's just, I'm guessing the last bit, hopefully not the first bit, but the last bit is a prophecy.
I think it is.
We're going to at some point reach some high levels of fame. So do you know what? Let's do it. Everyone listen, share the podcast, watch it on YouTube, stream it on Spotify and Apple and all the good stuff, and just keep the listens coming. The estimated audience has already gone up a chunk. We're at like 126 now. We've gone up a massive chunk since the last recording.
Thank you guys so much.
I've just refreshed
We're doing numbers
again.
We're doing numbers.
Oh damn, this doing numbers. I love that meme. I love that meme so much. It's genuinely one of my favorite reaction images. Just that guy in the chair, just like, oh damn, this doing numbers. Brilliant. I love it.
But
I honestly love it so much.
So thank you, everyone. We really do appreciate you.
I literally use that in a post, because if I can shout out my own podcast for just a second, I've got an interview coming out. It'll be the same day this comes out, actually, later in the day. I've got an interview with Hannah Tell, who plays Max Caulfield in Life is Strange, the main character of the first Life is Strange game, who was like a dream interview for me. I'm so excited about it all. And I remember I posted it on Instagram thinking, well, she's not a payday cast member. It's probably not going to get much attention. And it's got like nearly 100 likes. It's like one of the biggest posts on my whole Instagram. So I put it on my story and underneath, put the picture of the guy going, oh, this doing numbers.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome.
So that was brilliant. I was very happy.
Speaking of viral tweets, did you see I went viral this week on Twitter?
Did you go viral? I haven't seen this. No,
I went viral. Look at my pinned tweet right now.
I'm looking at your pinned tweet right now. Hang on a minute.
I didn't expect
We're already
this
over
to do
time
numbers.
for questions and quizzes, but
That's
you know what?
right.
Who gives a damn? We're having a good time.
Who gives a damn? A Doctor Who podcast.
Who cares? You want to listen to us, don't you? Oh, right, yeah, the crack tweet. Yes, that sounds suspect. That sounds suspect. Never mind.
Suspect.
Yeah. I haven't looked at the reaction images. Oh my god, look at these reaction images.
I know, it's great. I was not expecting that to do numbers at all.
But that's the thing, that does look just like
did.
the crack.
I was shocked when I saw it. That's right outside an Aldi in Australia here. So I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I had it on my phone for ages, and then I was like, oh, what if I just tweet this with the caption, bruh.
Wait, so oh wow, so this isn't even finger on the pulse, this is just, leftover photo, let's get some tweet reactions.
Well, I mean, it was about like a week old, but I was like, oh, this is interesting. I was going to tweet that, and then here we are, a little bit later. Viral Crispy once again.
So yeah, it's a crack on the floor for the audio listeners. That's what the tweet is, and it's also a remarkable amount of feet in sandals. I mean, is that partial crispy toe? The crispy toe? No, I meant to say crispy pro toe reveal.
The crispy toe.
Crispy toe.
The crispy #crispy toe, baby. Yeah.
Crispy toe for showrunner.
Guess which toe is mine, everyone. That can be your homework for this week.
I mean, I'm just guessing from where the photo was taken that it's yours with the black and white striped sandals on.
I can neither confirm nor deny, but you're on the pulse there.
Yeah, I knew I was. That's just how clever I am. I just know these things. I just know these.
So clever.
In the words of the 10th Doctor, I am very good.
I am very good.
Very good. Speaking of very good things,
yes.
Shall I take the reins on the other one of the other bits of news?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, folks. We record this podcast normally on a Wednesday or, well, when Crispy asks us to move it, a Thursday. And, it puts a lot of stress on me because it means I've got even less time to edit it, so I'm going to kill him for this. But no, so we're recording this on a Thursday this week. Last week, I believe, did we record on a Wednesday or a Thursday? Yeah, it was the Wednesday. So we recorded before any of the teasing began for Doctor Who appearing in Fortnite. Because the Doctor Who put a tweet out being like, coming soon with like a hammer emoji, and there was like a code on there. I thought they were teasing the Lego game that got leaked, which apparently has been debunked, and I didn't realise, which breaks my heart.
That. I didn't know that.
Well, apparently it was like one former dev has confirmed that it's not true, and apparently everyone's taking that as gospel. Okay. So take it with a pinch of salt. I have no idea. I'm still hoping it's happening. But yeah, so they tweeted this thing up. People quickly realised it was an island code for creative mode in Fortnite, so everyone was like, okay, we've got something coming for Doctor Who. And then very soon after, they announced that they'd released Doctor Who as a creative world in Fortnite. So for any of the Fortnite fans out there, it was basically several different worlds. One where you could repair the TARDIS. There wasn't too much to it, but it was still cool to see the interior of the TARDIS and the way it all worked. There was a Doctor Who museum with a number of spelling errors on the artifacts, which annoyed me, and a Cassandra that looked like you'd taken a bunch of bacon strips and stuck them together. But generally, the museum was very, very cool. I have to admit, the museum was really cool. But then there was also a couple of maps you could like fight on Gallifrey and fight inside of a Kablam delivery box. And there was also like an Among Us style like Pating mode where you had to like fix a bunch of things on a ship and prevent the Pating from sabotaging it. It was genuinely really good
awesome.
fun.
I've never played Fortnite in my life, but that
was
sounds
really
sick.
good. You should have watched my stream, but you didn't watch my stream. This man gets up at 6 a.m. to watch me play Minecraft, but doesn't watch the Doctor Who stream that I do for Fortnite. It just tells you that he doesn't like Doctor Who as much as you all think. It just goes to show.
This is false news. This is false news. This is
I streamed it on a Friday. It was Friday night. What, you out drinking, Australian? You out on a night out?
I don't know.
A shrimp on the Barbie. I was shrimp on the Barbie.
I was shrimp on the Barbie.
Having a shrimp on the
mates.
Barbie. But yeah, so I just wanted to quickly mention that because I am personally quite a big Fortnite fan. I'm more of a casual player. And it seems to me like more recently, especially in my own community, people are more accepting of just playing Fortnite. Because it sounds weird, but Fortnite seems like one of those things that's very popular and also very hated. Like a lot of people think it's cringe to play Fortnite. And it's just like, yeah, there's a line. And I've always found it a bit baffling. It's just like if you enjoy the game, you enjoy it. And if you don't, you don't. I've never understood the culture of like saying to someone, oh, you're cringe for playing this. Let people do what they want. Let people do what they want.
we can relate it to Doctor Who.
we certainly can. We certainly can. Oh, cringe culture, that's the new thing, it's cringe culture.
Oh,
it's probably not a new thing, but I'm coining it as a new term right now. That I'm the first person to ever say cringe culture. There you go.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of new, we have some new images from Legend of the Sea Devil.
That was a stretch of a segue, mate. I don't know how I feel about that.
Not my best segue, but we got so many quizzes to do today. We gotta keep it moving,
we gotta hurry
baby.
up, bro. Speed it up.
Okay, speed news for everyone. Okay,
speed news.
There was an SFX article, and I don't think we can show images of it because you were saying, Troy, that they were getting very mad at people on Twitter or something.
Oh, they were. The Doctor Who Brazil account, the actual Doctor Who Brazil account shared pictures.
A verified account?
From the verified account from the SFX magazine, and SFX replied going, we didn't give you permission to post this, can you please take it down? Wow. And the Doctor Who Brazil account has done nothing, so I both understand SFX's point and still at the same time find it very funny because it's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It's just a bit it's a bit crazy. But yeah, so we can't share photos, but we have seen the article and a lot of people have seen it and shared it, so we can just very briefly talk about it and ask that, you know, to back up SFX, if you want to go and read the magazine, you can go and buy it yourself. It's in newsstands near you right now. Go buy it. There you go.
We're
not sponsored. SFX, please pay us.
Please pay us.
That's how you know it's two YouTubers doing the podcast. Both of us went to money right after that. We both like, sponsor us.
For goodness sake, sponsor.
I need the money. Come on.
The SFX article didn't really go into that much detail. There's a little bit talking about how they made the Sea Devils and reinvented them. And apparently, I thought this was really cool. They actually had access to a plaster that was used in like 1980, and they used that for measurements and stuff. I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's really nice.
That is so cool.
I like that.
It makes them
it looks
super
awesome.
Faithful to the original, yeah.
It does make them super faithful. And, you know, there's Yaz with a sword, and Dan looking like a pirate, and 13's got a brand new fit. And I wish we could show that to you right now, but it looks awesome. And I think that's very much needed because, you know, we've only got 2 episodes left with Jodie. And whilst I love her iconic look, I kind of wish she kind of went Capaldi towards her final season and just decided to have a costume of the week.
To be fair, that was odd with Capaldi, though. I mean, like, we had a few different outfits. She's had a Spyfall outfit, which I think
she had the Spyfall one.
Oh, I love that
black
outfit.
Jacket. It's a very good outfit.
You know,
wish we had it for more than 2 episodes, but yeah.
Yeah, and then we had Haunting of Villa Diodati with the polka dot shirt, which isn't like completely different of an outfit, but it's still something new in there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, see,
I forgot about that one completely.
See, this just shows you that, you know, I was going to bully you for not meeting Jodie Whittaker, but I'm not going to go there. I was going to be like something along the lines of, you know, well, it just shows you who's more dedicated because I'm the one who met her and I know her outfits. But I thought, you know what, there is a line. I don't want to.
In a couple weeks, I'm going to tell you my Capaldi story again in greater detail. And you're going to be even more
because reminder,
jealous.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week is Doctor Who, the TV movie. Crispy and I are literally going to watch it, and then as soon as we finish watching it, jump straight into the recording, and the hour will just be about the whole movie. So I'm very excited for that, because I haven't watched it for years, and you've never seen it in full, so it's going to be great.
Seen it.
And then after that, the week after that, is going to be another, here's Troy meeting a bunch of people episodes. Sorry, I don't mean to be such an egotist, but it's definitely going to be cool stuff to talk about, because I'll be at Wales Comic Con.
100%.
I don't know whether I mentioned last week, can't remember, my brain doesn't work, but I am going for both days this time. So there's going to be a lot of things going on. I'm going to meet David Tennant, Paul McGann, Catherine Tate, David Bradley, and Andy Serkis. I couldn't remember if there was any Doctor Who people remaining from that, but Andy Serkis I am so excited for. I cannot tell you. It's going to be huge. Because over the weekend, I watched all 3 Planet of the Apes films again, and you know the meme where you got Martin Scorsese saying cinema? Those films are cinema. Just cinema. Oh yeah. Cinema. Okay, they are masterpieces, and I cannot wait to meet him and tell him that to his face, and hopefully get him to personalise a pop. But you know, if there's signs up like with Jodie saying no personalisations, I hope that I don't notice them and then ask him for one anyway, like I did last. That was what was so funny that I just didn't see the sign with Jodie, because it wasn't like I'm gonna cheat the rules. It was that I didn't notice it until afterwards.
You just
and was
didn't know. You didn't
know.
Damn,
but she still signed it though. Like what? Like.
Nah, she probably didn't know either with the way that event was run. But anyway, we've already talked about that.
So yeah, so next week the TV movie episode will go up, and I'll be at Wales Comic Con. So the week after that, I'll be talking about all the stuff going on there. So it will be a good time. There'll be stories to tell, and then after that, Capaldi can finally tell his story about meeting Crispy. Apparently, we're getting Peter Capaldi on the podcast. Wouldn't that be brilliant?
Coming on. Peter Capaldi's coming on, baby.
Dream. Speaking of dreams, how about we give people what they want and actually get into the questions, because we've been recording for 15 plus minutes now and haven't gone in there.
My goodness, we need to get on this. All right, speed questions. Speed questions.
So, we have, like we said, got so many questions. So to be honest,
by the way,
we are probably not going to get... Yeah, thank you. We're probably not going to get through all of these, if we're being completely honest. So I reckon we have both got the tweets up with a bunch of question replies too. We've got replies for the episode 5 tweet, the episode 4 tweet that we haven't looked at. So I think what we just do is we just bounce between each other and pick out a question that we like and answer it for about 20 minutes. That sound good?
Sounds perfect.
So would you like to kick it off?
Yes, I would. This one
no,
is
I've got a question up. Hang on.
I've got a question. I've got a question here from Potty Junior 101, and they said, what are your favorite designs for Cybermen and or Daleks? You can start, Troy.
Oh, how do I annoy every listener of this podcast in one foul sweep? the Paradigm Daleks.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say the new ones, like the...
Yeah, I do. I think my favourite is probably... I do honestly love the Revolution of the Daleks design. I can't tell you with confidence whether it's my favourite one, because it's a very hard thing to say, but I do... I do absolutely love the Revolution design. I think it's so clean. It's really cool. I love the red laser. I love the glow and all that stuff. I think they're brilliant. Probably my favorite design. I don't know. I've got like a bunch of the little Eagle Moss figurines out on my table. I'm looking at them right now and trying to think which one. I think it probably is a Revolution design. But I also love the Supreme Dalek from Journey's End. Shout out to that dude. Also, shout out to my camera for going really bright again. I don't know how long it's been bright, but I give up with the lighting in my room, man. I really do. So
have I, as we have seen today.
Yes. So it's just the bad lighting podcast. Yeah, I'd edit it in post, but the thing is, the lighting fluctuates. I'd never be able to get a solid editing on it, so a solid edit on it. So you just got to suck it up with me looking like I'm on the sun, and I'm about to be like, burn with me, you know?
Burn. Nice.
That was a good deep voice, you know? That was a good deep voice.
That was good. I enjoyed that.
But jokes aside, I do love the Paradigm Dalek design. I am in that camp. I thought they were absolutely dope. I loved the idea that they all had different roles and different colours, and everyone hated them, and Moffat went, okay, I'm going to backtrack then, and I really wish he hadn't, because I thought they were so cool. I really did.
I'm on the opposite side of the fence. I did not enjoy that. I'm allowed to not enjoy things in Doctor Who every now and again.
No, you aren't. You must like everything. You must be positive constantly.
Oh no!
Disgraceful.
But in saying that, I think one of my favorite Dalek designs ever, and you only see it briefly in the background of Asylum of the Daleks, is the Paradigm ones where they have the red glossy one. Have you seen the red glossy one?
The red glossy one, is that not just the standard red one under different lighting?
No. It's glossy. It's beautiful. I really like that one. Don't prove me wrong and say it's just lighting. Let me live this lie if it is a lie. Don't.
I think it's a lie,
stop.
bro.
It's more like
is this
maroon.
the one that's in the Parliament?
Yeah, in the Parliament.
Yeah, bro, I hate to break it to you, that is just lighting.
No. Okay, well, you know what? We did say we wanted to cut... We're going to cut this episode early if that's the case. All right.
I'm sending you a series of pictures right now that prove to you that it is just indeed lighting. It's just the drone Dalek, but a bit darker lighting. I'm sorry, bro. Well, I'm really sorry to do that to you.
Oh, dearie me.
See, he's just in pain now. I've made him suffer.
All right. So my favorite Cyberman design would have to be the Mondasian.
Well, yeah, I would agree. Mondasian is. See, the thing is, I love every. We are again people who are mainly modern Who fans. So we can't talk for the classic designs too much. But I like every single one. I know there are people who are turned off a bit by the Moffat Cybermen, but I do think they look very, very cool.
They look
really
cool.
like them.
They're
quite
sleek.
Futuristic. They look pretty damn cool for a sci-fi villain. I think there's obviously the iconic Cybus design for Russell T Davies, but I also do really like the Mondasian design. And, I mean, the actual Chibnall Cyberman design, I like. It's not my favourite one at all. I think the spikes and the shoulders are a bit strange, but the lone Cyberman, just in, like, the whole costume design and how he looks, has got to be a standout.
So cool.
He's so good. He looked amazing until the Master shrunk him down to an action figure, but, you know. Then he looked really good, but on
now we
minuscule
can purchase
scale.
it.
Yeah. And now, do you actually know, I actually have that figure, you know? He shrunk it down and then sent it to me. I have the actual one right here, see? You know, after the death particle was used, I have the actual one. Wow. Yeah, I do. I'll bring him on the podcast. That's the question. If I ever managed to get an interview with a Doctor Who person, would I put it on my podcast or ours? I would have a conflict of interest.
No. Just get them for a 2-hour slot. One for you, one for us.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't be like, wait, what? Why am I doing this?
Wait, why are you doing an intro again? Oh, no, don't worry. It's just for the recording. Don't worry about it.
See, the good thing is we record the Who's Their intro live, but I don't record the Redcast intro live. I record that separately, so they wouldn't even be. They would be none the wiser. They would be none the wiser. Yeah, we have to make sure that with you present in the call, I'd have to make sure that I cut out any conversations involving you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Don't worry. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. I'll make anything work for Session 1. But yes. Next question, Troy. Throw us something.
Yes. My next question is: are you going to watch my interview on the other? No, let's not move on. Let's move on. I'm not going to be a complete sellout. Do you need to start your own podcast? Then we can both sell out our own podcast at the same time as doing our joint podcast, and then it's fine. Then I'm not a piece of dirt for doing. No. Okay, so The next question, I'm going to pick it out randomly. I'm just looking through things. Let's pick on Sean, the Mondasian Cyberman, which is very appropriate because we've just talked about Mondasian Cyberman. He has asked, should they reveal the 14th Doctor masked singer style with the mystery actor dressed in an overly elaborate costume and made to sing a song by The Who, whilst a panel of judges claim that it's Samuel L. Jackson? That is one of the most loaded questions I have ever read in my life. He not only gives us a question, but then he gives us an elaborate scenario to keep to. And I'm like, what? Like, you know, I'm just talking in Simlish. Wagga wagga, Zerpa. Like, I don't, like, Zerpa, that's always the one that I say whenever I do, like, a Simlish joke. I always end with Zerpa. I don't know why. But I honestly, no. Please, for the love of God. The Masked Singer has become one of the most, like, popular entertainment shows in the UK. It's big in the USA. I don't know if it's big in Australia. Have you lots
It's big in Australia. We have our own version.
You've come to it as well. Oh, I don't like it. As a concept, it's great, but I would much prefer it if it was every week you had different people and you had to guess by the end of the episode. I don't care enough to watch a show for like 6 episodes and hear them singing songs.
I've never watched it. I've never watched it.
Yeah, and watch judges be like, I think it's this person, even though you know for absolute certain it's not.
It's not going to be.
My claim to fame is I watched one episode. I watched one episode, I think, of the first series in the UK, and I knew immediately one of them was CeeLo Green. And when it came to his reveal later in the series, it was him. I know that guy's voice, so it was so easy. And I'm like, that's fine. I guess one of them. I'm done. I'm happy. I don't care.
They probably have to stretch it out anyway.
I don't. I don't like the show personally.
So
is it a good way to announce the Doctor? No. I mean, for popularity, you might get people who are like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," but I feel like most people will go, "No, absolutely not." So
I genuinely
thank you for the question, Sean, but no, please. No.
I had a concern the other day, Troy, when the whole Fortnite thing was coming on, and I thought that we were going to get the 14th Doctor announcement through Fortnite for a second.
I should have mentioned that, yeah, because good God, there were people really theorising that, weren't there? Because in the Doctor Who Museum, they have a few different Doctor costumes and like a quote from that Doctor. They have like the 4th, the 9th, the 10th, the 6th, which I thought was an interesting choice. I thought it was quite cool to shout out my boy Colin amidst everyone else. 13th, and then there was just an empty mannequin, and above it was a question mark, as if to say, who's the 14th Doctor? And so everyone went, Fortnite Doctor Who, 14th Doctor reveal, it's happening, it's coming.
Confirmed.
No. Let me get this straight. Let me get this absolutely clear. Remember the amount of young people that play Fortnite? It was always the meme about 9-year-olds, you know? Mm-hmm. Doctor Who has always been something that appealed to kids as well as adults. We know that the adults among us are almost definitely Among Us. Haha, I mentioned Relevant Funny Game. The adults among us are probably going to... Sorry, I had to make that joke. My listeners will probably be cringing right now. I don't know about yours. Like, my community will be like, Among Us? Among Us? But... I can't keep doing this, man. I can't keep doing this. But for me personally, I feel as though it would actually be a good idea. Don't attack me for this, but for at least part of the reveal to be in Fortnite, because you might get a big... Because it was popular among kids when it first came back with the Russell T Davies era. You can't deny that, okay? It was big among kids, right? And I don't feel like kids today are quite as overall interested in the show as they used to be, because it's a big world for streaming TV shows and games and stuff. It actually could be, now I'm not saying do the full reveal, but have something maybe in Fortnite. Doing the whole thing in Fortnite, I don't agree with, because that would, I don't feel like that's a good idea. But having something for the 14th Doctor in there to bring in interest and bring in viewers, it's not a bad idea. I genuinely don't feel it is. Okay. So
I'm with you.
I like how you were gonna kick off, and then
I was about to go in being like, "There's no way I'd be happy being like."
For the record, it's not gonna happen. I don't see it happening.
When I tell my grandkids, "Oh, how did they reveal the 14th Doctor?" Granddad,
have you ever heard of Fortnite?
Ever heard of Fortnite? Yeah,
you should play Fortnite with me on stream. I would love to get you to play Fortnite with me.
Oh, really? If we do the Doctor Who one, 100% will.
But I mean, just play Fortnite generally.
Oh, I mean, yeah, okay.
No building is only here until Sunday, bro. So if you want to do a stream, let me know and we'll play Fortnite no building.
Yeah, right. I don't know what that means, but I'll do it.
Yeah, you'll do it. Exactly. I'll just bring you along for anything, just to bully you, just to torture you.
That's all right. I'm happy. I'm happy to do that. Do I have any more questions?
We do indeed have other questions. I believe it is your turn to pick something out.
Do we have any time?
We do have time. We've got time for quizzes. Don't worry. We've got time. We're only halfway into our recording here. We're okay.
I've got some quizzes.
Podcast with a plan, ladies and gentlemen. We have properly timed the segments this time. We genuinely paced them all out. And I was going to use that as the podcast intro. I don't know if we have, because Crispy here was like, "Hey, I recorded a funny bit about Dua Lipa at the start, so we're just going to see what that's about, and then I might use that."
There was a funnier bit before Dua Lipa. You have choices as to what you want to use for the intro.
So what's funny is now, I don't know what bit I'm going to use for the intro. I don't know.
But
I genuinely do not know.
So
yeah, exactly.
Hope it was funny.
But you know what I've just realised? I am an absolute moron. I haven't even talked about the poll from last week's episode.
Oh my gosh.
I've just now realised this. I am so sorry. I am so very sorry. But I was literally going into Anchor to pull a question out of Anchor from the Spotify listeners and went, hang on, I haven't read the poll results. So just to slide it in very quickly, we need to put this at the start of the podcast to get more people to answer, because I'm not on the habit. I've got to be on the habit of saying it at the start. But this one did have the most votes so far. So thank you to the 16 people who voted this time. Very cool. I asked, do you think Catherine Tate could return to Doctor Who in the 60th anniversary? And this is actually really interesting. So because it's a 44% 56 split, I'm guessing that means, maths in my head, 9 people voted for one and 7 for the other. So out of the 16, 9 people, 56%, said no, leave Donna as she is. And 44%, said yes, anything is possible. So it's almost a 50-50 split. Just thought I'd slide that in there. Speaking of sliding things in there, let's just move over to the Anchor questions real quick. Let's just pull something out of Anchor. Let's see. I'm going to go with... Artie Zone asked about favourite Dalek designs. We've already discussed that, so shout out to Artie Zone for asking, the same question. We can give him a shout out so he doesn't feel left out, I want to make sure you feel involved. What have we got? Ooh, okay, all right. Arlu has asked, have you got any guests in line for future episodes? And if not, who would you like to invite? I like this, a podcast-themed question. I like this a lot.
I've got a pitch for you that I actually was going to bring up to you after it, but I mean, we can discuss it now live on air if you want.
Or you could say that and then we could just go beep and then move on.
No, because I had this idea for a while and I was like, oh damn, this would be a good idea for the podcast. I've always wanted to interview like really obscure people from the Doctor Who universe.
Okay.
But sit with me for a second. Like, what if we tried to get like Mary Galel from like Rings of Akaten? Or like the little kid from, Utopia that's like, the sky was like diamonds. You know what I mean? Like, what if we got like some really obscure thing and be like, oh, what was it like on set? What was it like meeting, David and Matt and stuff like and we could ask them about their Doctor Who experience and what they went on to do afterwards. You know what I mean?
That would be a really good show.
That's who I'd like to interview. I want to find some really, and it might be easier to get in contact with them than say, us aiming for your Capaldis and your Tennants. So I
have actually got one idea and I'm going to keep it between us. I have got one idea for that. Now you've said that, I've got someone ahead and I'm thinking, what, this one could be a possible one. What a tease.
What a tease. All right, no, that's good. All right, let's leave it there. But, of course, if to answer the actual question, I mean, I would love to get Capaldi on this because, my goodness.
I'm going to do this signal right now on the podcast for me editing this. I'm going to say, cut this bit out so they don't hear, because I'm going to tell you right now who it is. Cut to commercial. We should do like a fake advert right now to kind of like, fit that it's a commercial break, Do you guys like Doctor Who? Do you like Doctor Who podcasts? You should check out Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. Available now on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. Hang out with YouTubers Crispy Pro and Red Archer Live as they talk all about their favourite TV show, whilst Crispy sits in the background waiting to make comments. I can see him with his hands he's sat there waiting to interject, just like, let me speak.
But you just kept going.
I saw you doing that and I was like, how long can I keep doing this without having to take a breath? I was like, how long? Yeah, so check out the podcast today. End of commercial break. Hello and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast.
Oh, wow. We missed you a lot.
Yeah, I gave Crispy a very good idea, and I think he was impressed. So stay tuned. So you know what, Arlu? You might well have just given us a future episode. So shout out to you. We'll get in touch with this person and see if we can get it rolling. But just that idea generally, I think we could get some good people on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some Doctor Who stars. I think it would be chaotic energy having someone else on the podcast with us, but I think we would manage it.
We'd be fine.
But since I have hijacks, I think I just did 2 questions in a row, only because I realised the Anchor thing and didn't slide it in. Do you want to pick out 2 yourself now, and then we'll go to quizzes? I think we're about in run time.
I've got one more here. for you.
You've got one more. Okay, let's do one more and then move to the quizzes.
It's quite a meaty one, so it might end up working out.
And we'll save other questions again, like we said, for future episodes. We've got them in case there is a slow week for questions, so don't worry about that. We've got notes of all the questions, and we will come back to any that we don't answer at some point. We're banking them. TBC. We are banking them. Yes. So go on. What is our meaty question before we move on to the quizzes that you found?
This meaty question is from Murdoch Nichols on Twitter, and he asks, "What is your favorite Doctor Who episode and why?" Troy. That's not an episode.
That should be an episode of itself. I kind of want to refuse to answer and talk about our favourite episodes of Doctor Who in a separate episode.
You're doing a crispy pro and taking everyone's ideas for your own content.
From Twitter.
Wow.
No, using Twitter for content. That's the crispy pro strategy.
Yeah, that is the crispy. All right. So Murdoch, we will discuss this question, but
we will
save it for a future episode. You'll have an entire episode dedicated to you, Murdoch. Congratulations.
Yes, exactly. Well done. Shout out Murdoch because you've done it
Murdoch.
now. You've only gone and done it. You've only gone and done it,
Murdoch.
That's two future episodes planned during this recording. Podcast with a plan.
A plan, baby.
Beautiful. Recurring jokes. Speaking of which, shout out to the Upteenth Doctor who took our advice last week and said that if you didn't know the Paul joke, to go and watch episode 1 and you get it. He commented in episode 1 and went, "I now get the Paul joke." So shout out to him for doing that, or her. Shout out them. Shout out them.
Well done.
Yes. Shout out the Upteenth Doctor, my favourite Doctor, clearly. My favourite incarnation.
Legend.
Better than Capaldi.
Well, yes. Wouldn't go that far, but yes.
It
goes Capaldi, then Upteenth. We all know that.
All right, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, then, we're going to hand the podcast over to Crispy Pro, which is a very dangerous thing to do, as I've said before. Never trust an Australian in a podcast. It's never a good idea. No. But Crispy here messaged me this morning and said, "I have found 3 Doctor Who quizzes for us to have a go of." And I replied simply with, "I'm scared." And my emotion hasn't changed since then. So Crispy is going to take the helm on this. I've got one quiz. There's the one we found last week to go over, which was a BuzzFeed one, which I thought would be quite a fun one because everyone can get involved and listen and be count up in their heads. It's a, however many of this you like shows you how much of a Doctor Who fan you are. So that'll be a fun one, I think, probably to wrap up with. But you have found 3. Do you want to take us through them one at a time? Let's see what you've got.
I would very much like. And of course, everyone play along at home. If you're driving, if you're at the gym, if you're at the shops, I don't know, what do people do? Wherever you are,
sleep.
Anywhere in time. If you're sleeping, play along in your sleep and dream about the number 35 in the world, baby.
Yeah, dream about that.
Dream about that.
Manifest it.
Manifest. If you get over 35% of this quiz, you are a certified Doctor Who fan. Okay, so this one is called Doctor Who bracket 9, 10, 11. So it's going to be referring to the 9th and the 10th and the 11th Doctor, okay? This one's going to be quick, okay? You're going to have to be snappy, all right? Everyone listening, game stations at the ready. All right, here we go. All right, first question is don't ... question mark.
Blink.
Well done. Ding. Okay,
Easy.
Who was the guest star in the 2007 Christmas special Voyage of the Damned?
Kylie Minogue.
Damned. Well done. What is the name of the airless planet where the Doctor went to see the Sapphire Waterfall but got held up?
Midnight.
Well done. What is the name of the enemy in the episodes Silence of the Library and Forest of the Dead?
The Vashnarada.
What phrase does Rose Tyler scatter across the universe to warn the Doctor?
Bad Wolf.
Who is the main character of the episode Blink?
Sally Sparrow.
Well done. What is Rose Tyler's father called?
Pete Tyler.
Well done. What does Donna say is disappearing throughout Series 4, but the Doctor doesn't think anything of it?
The Bees.
Correct. Which enemy does Peter Kay portray?
Oh, the King. You've dabbled with aliens. Now meet the genuine article, the Absorbaloff. You've made me bring that back for a 3rd episode in a row.
Baby! I literally saw that answer and I was like, all right, here we go. It's time for it, baby.
You know what's coming. Are there more questions?
Oh, yeah, no, there's heaps.
Oh, yeah, keep going. I'm on a roll. I'm loving this.
You are on a roll. You're 100% right now. Tastes like chicken. All right, here we go. So, who does the Doctor save from some clockwork droids?
Renette, aka Madame de Pompadour.
Well done. What bizarre combination of food does the Doctor desire when he first meets Amy Pond?
Fish fingers and custard.
Correct. When Donna and Martha first meet, When does Donna joking... Well, wait, hang on. Well, that's worded weirdly. Okay, I'm going to fix their grammar. When Donna and Martha first meet, what does Donna jokingly say will happen if anyone tried to hug the doctor?
Oh, you get a paper cut because he's so skinny.
Well done. Very good.
He is too skinny for words. You give him a hug, you get a paper cut. And he says, oh, or rather, you were fighting.
Nice.
I am too obsessed with Doctor Who. This is why I am single. Do you understand it now?
Oh, 100%. And we have a podcast.
We do, and you should be listening to it right
dedicated
now.
to this beautiful show. Okay, you're 3 away. All right. No, 2 away. You're 2 away.
All right. Let's go.
Who does Melody Pond grow up to be?
River Song.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, and to end off this quiz, which comedian plays a character called Gibbous in the episode The Gold Complex?
David Williams.
Well done.
Yes.
That's 100%.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
100%. Oh wow. Okay, so that wasn't the one I thought was going to be the quick one, but it ended up being really quick. So now I've got an even quicker quiz for you.
So I got 100%, ladies and gents. So I am the ultimate Doctor Who fan. Podcast with a plan. Host with a brain. That's the new one. Host with a brain.
Host with a brain. Oh, I love that.
Oh my god. Go on, what else have you got for me? I love being in the hot seat here. This is great. It's like I'm playing Doctor Who Mastermind.
You are right now. We should
do that. You should actually find like some really obscure modern Who questions, kind of like the paper cut one, that level of difficulty, and actually do it like a mastermind round. That would be so fun. That would probably stretch my brain.
I'm hoping that I've got a harder quiz here to kind of end off my 3 quizzes, but this one's going to be really easy for you.
Let's go. I love this. This is dead fun.
Okay, for $100,000 Australian bucks.
I certainly need it. Mate. Even if it's Australian money, I still need it.
Yeah, not 100%. Okay, here we go. This is a speed round as well, okay? Actually,
go.
There's a timer here.
There's a timer? How long is the timer?
You're supposed to do it in 2... You'll smash this quicker than 2 minutes. Anyway, all right, everyone playing at home.
Should I set a 2-minute timer? Let's get ready. Timer?
No, set a 1-minute timer.
A 1-minute timer?
I reckon you can do it in 1 minute.
You reckon I can do it in 1 minute?
I reckon you can do it in 1 minute.
Okay, well, you better hope I do, because my alarm is the One Division theme from the 70s, so if that starts going off, we're going to get done for copyright.
We're going to get copyright. So okay, so the podcast is on the line. The podcast
podcast's integrity is on the line right now. I do not want to get copyright claimed.
All right,
you ready?
Okay, everyone.
Tell me when to say go and I'll hit the button.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Well, no, don't do it.
I was going to say, don't put go in there. Here we go. Count me down.
I know, that's my bad. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. What planet is the Doctor from?
Gallifrey.
What is the name of the Doctor's spacecraft?
The TARDIS.
Who was Billie Piper's character?
Rose Tyler.
Who portrayed the 10th Doctor?
David Tennant.
Which Doctor says bow ties are cool?
Matt Smith, 11th Doctor.
What kind of alien is the Doctor?
A Time Lord.
What actor plays Rory Williams?
Arthur Darvill.
Who portrayed the 3rd Doctor?
John Pertwee.
How many Doctors have there been?
Oh, now that's 15
Just go
technically.
Go with the
15.
Okay, sure. Let's go. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Who is the Doctor's wife?
River Song.
What actress played Sarah Jane Smith?
Elizabeth Sladen, the Queen.
When did the show start? What year?
1963/2005.
Cool. How was the Doctor reborn?
Regeneration.
What is his handiest tool called?
Sonic Screwdriver.
Weeping Angels. Whatever you do, don't
blink.
That's it.
With literally dismiss. I don't want to get copyright claimed. 60 seconds exactly.
Ooh,
got it done. Got it done.
I told you.
Let's go. Let's go.
That was great.
That number of Doctors one. I was like, hang on. When was this quiz made? I was like, we counting War and Fugitive.
No, it was made in 2011. So this one only has 11 on there. And so I was like, oh shoot.
I was like, hang on. No, there's Fugitive. There's War. There's 13, 15. Done. Boom.
Yeah. No, I dug myself there, but no, you did sensational. Well done.
So we're on 100% right across the board, ladies and gentlemen.
100%.
So in case you were under any doubt that I was a fraud, ladies and gentlemen, as if my room wasn't enough to give away how much of a Doctor Who nerd I am. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
It'd be insane if you were a fraud.
Ridiculously bright room, but yeah, in case it wasn't. Do you know what? If it stays this bright the whole thing, I might actually be able to lower the brightness and make it look better. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Editing skills.
So, Troy, you're about to enter something. I don't know if you're ever going to come back from here.
All right, let's go. Don't sue us, please.
This is quiz. How well do you know Doctor Who? Now, the first question is kind of obscure. I don't know if the rest are going to be like this. I hope they are. But I'm hoping they're hard enough. Okay, so
Gotcha.
Everyone, fingers on buzzers. On Doctor Who, season 3.
Hang on. I need my finger on a buzzer.
Do you have a buzzer? Oh yeah.
I'm
That's
sorted.
cool.
I'm sorted. Actually, I probably
You're
need
sorted.
a sonic screwdriver that's going to beat faster than that. Beat faster. English. Is this the touch sensitive one? Yes, it is. Oh, it's too quiet. Whatever. I've got a lot of sonic screwdrivers. Okay. No, we'll just go with Jodie's. We'll go with Jodie's.
Okay. Doctor Who, season 3, episode 10, Blink. The Doctor leaves his Easter egg on how many DVDs for Sally Sparrow?
17.
Oh my god. I don't think I would have got
17 DVDs. They're the only 17 DVDs that Sally Sparrow owns, and that's why they're on all those different DVDs. You didn't think I was going to get that, did you?
I'm shocked at how quick you got, because it took me a second. Because there are options here. You could have had options. You could have got multiple choice.
Really?
Yeah. You could have got multiple choice, but you've aced that. So I fear this may not be the grand finale of my quizzes that we were expecting.
Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, you've dabbled with Doctor Who fans. Now meet the genuine article.
Okay, here we go. So to make it harder, I'm not going to give you any of the options, but I feel like you're not going to.
So I can ask you for them if I need them, basically.
If you need them, but I genuinely don't think you will.
After that one, maybe not. Yeah, go on.
I know. Okay, so which companion is the only one to leave the TARDIS willingly after traveling with the Doctor? New era.
Martha Jones.
Okay, well done. Yeah, well played.
Actually, no, that's not true. That is not true. That's an old quiz. That is not true. Martha, Graham, and Ryan.
Yeah.
Because the question said only, I immediately
thought
thought of
of
Martha.
2019. Yeah, true.
If it said which companions, I would have immediately thought of Graham and Ryan, but you said only, so my brain went straight to Martha. But no, Graham and Ryan as well. Yeah.
No, this is a
the quiz
2019
wrong.
quiz.
Let's go.
You are quiz master. All right, here we go.
Quizmaster.
How many years does the Doctor pledge to guard the vault after Missy's execution in season 10, episode 6, Extremis?
1,000. How many does he manage? About 5? No. About 80 years, didn't he say? He'd been at the university for about 80 years, did Bill say to him?
So, what is your answer? How many years does the Doctor pledge?
It's 1,000 years. He pledges to guard it for 1,000 years.
Okay. Yeah, okay, you've done it.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking in the pilot, Bill says to him, he's like, people say you've been here a long time, like 50
been
years,
here for
some
ages.
people say.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, how long did he actually guard it out of those 1,000? Because, a certain Mondasian ship kind of interrupted that whole thing. Well, then again, he'd already taken her out of the vault by that point, so I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, the Doctor doesn't stick to his pledge. Come on.
No.
All right. What fruit does the Doctor say you should never eat because they're squishy?
Pears. And they make your chin weird.
Fun fact.
No, he also says that. He goes, they're squishy and they make your chin weird. That one's quite important. Write it down.
In what episode?
That was in Hellbent.
Oh, really?
As he's passing out and forgetting Clara, he just goes, never eat pears. They're too squishy. They make your chin weird. That one's quite important. Write it down. And he's like almost crying as he's saying it.
Wow. So the image they chose for that question was from The Power of Three. So I don't know if that was just a misdirect. But anyway, question 5. When a unit shows up at St. John's, how many Cybermen does Missy say are in the square?
Oh, no, I know, no, right, okay, no, no. Because Osgood gives a certain number and says OCD and then 91, Queen of Evil.
Yeah, look, I think that's right. It's one of the options, so I'm gonna go with 91. I'm gonna go with 91.
Because I think Osgood says like 87 or something and goes OCD and then Missy goes 91, Queen of Evil.
Queen of Evil.
Yeah. Is it 91?
Right, I don't know. We'll find out your answers at the end.
No, I'm looking it up right now. I'm not. I refuse to.
You have 10 more questions. Or get there.
I don't care. I want to know right now.
Get there.
I want to know right now.
He needs
I want
the
to
answers.
know right now.
He's gonna have a hissy fit if he doesn't know.
No,
I need
how
many
to
Cybermen there were. He wants to know where all the Cybermen were.
I need to. Right, hang on. I think it's 87 for Osgood and then 91 for Queen of Evil. I'm going to look it up because I know there's like a compilation video of like Missy being iconic for 8 minutes or something. Missy being chaotic for 7 minutes. That's got to do it. That's got to be it, right? Let's say.
Probably.
Hang on, I'm looking this up right now. I got them both bang on. Osgood says 87 and Missy says 91. Oh my. I am maidenless.
I am maidenless.
No maidens? This is why I'm single. This is all this has been. It's just an existential crisis for me.
A confirmation.
I might put this in the episode description. Watch Troy get 100% on the most obscure Doctor Who questions Crispy could find. Right, 10 more questions. Come on, throw them at me. Let's see if I can get the rest right.
You'll be fine with this. During Doctor Who Season 5, Episode 7, The Unicorn and the Wasp, which author does the Doctor and Donna run into?
Rewind. Did you say Season 5, Episode 7?
It does say Season 5. We've ruined this. Wow. It's
Series
Season
4. Thank you very much, quiz.
Wow.
Disgraceful. Throw the question at me again, though. Sorry, because I was thrown off by the season number.
The Unicorn and the Wasp. Which author do they run into?
Oh, Agatha Christie. In my brain, I thought you said which orphan, and I was like, hang on a minute, there's an orphan in it.
No,
what?
There is no. Okay,
that would have thrown me off.
Which of these is not a body part that the Doctor has commented on immediately after the regeneration? Kidneys, kneecaps, teeth, hair.
It's kneecaps. Yeah. New teeth is as soon as he regenerates. Hair is actually 10 and 11. 10 in the children need special and 11 in his actual regeneration. And then kidneys is obviously the iconic Capaldi.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the colour of his kidneys. Who knew?
What colour are kidneys?
Kidney colour.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Exactly.
Okay, so...
Idiot. Right, moving on.
Doctor Who, Series 1, Episode 1, Rose. What is the first line spoken by the Ninth Doctor?
Run.
Are you sure it's not, I'm the Doctor?
No, it's run. It's run.
Fantastic?
No, it's run. Rose is about to get killed by Autons and the Ninth Doctor in the distance just goes, fantastic!
Fantastic. Grabs her hand and
he
gets
just turns around and walks off.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Chad 9.
All right.
What an icon. All right.
It's definitely run. Yep. Okay, beautiful. Okay. On which episode does the audience first meet the character River Song?
That would be Series 4, Episode 8, Silence in the Library.
Let's lock that in. Are you sure it's not A Good Man Goes to War?
Fairly sure it's not that one, actually.
What about The Time of Angels?
It's close, but it's not quite right.
The Pandorica Opens?
It's your first interaction with River Song, but not mine.
Oh.
Got you there.
Very
See,
true.
I even know all about you, Crispy.
You even know my...
It's just that meme of like, I have your IP address. I just know everything about you.
That's very scary. Okay. Who is the only person that knows the Doctor's real name?
It's River Song.
Yeah. It's weird they had 2 River Song questions in a row, but that's okay because we're on to episode... why do I keep saying episode? Question 11. Doctor Who. Series 4, Episode 13, Journey's End. How many pilots is the Doctor say? This is so poorly worded. Where did I find this?
It's six.
How many... Okay. How many pilots is the TARDIS designed to have? Okay, well done. Yeah, brilliant.
Because it's got 6 sides. So.
Okay, who is the face of Bo?
Captain Jack Harkness.
Correct. Which of these Doctor Who episodes does not include a regeneration episode? Yeah, go on.
Wait, hang on. Which of these does not include a regeneration?
Yeah, and you didn't want me to give the answers for the hair thing. You won't believe this. You will not believe this.
Don't tell me I'm right.
No, you're completely wrong.
Oh, if I'd have got that. Can I take one more shot?
I would have. The
11th hour.
Yeah, okay. Okay, no. I'll give you a hint. It's a Capaldi episode.
Deep breath.
No.
I thought they might have gone for like the first episode of the Doctor to kind of like... No. Doctor Falls?
No, good guess though.
He doesn't technically regenerate, but alright, go on, give us the options then.
Okay, so which of these Doctor Who episodes does not include a regeneration episode? A regeneration episode? Let me take that again.
Just give us the options, I know what you're saying.
Okay, Twice Upon a Time, The Parting of Ways, Heaven Sent, The Time of the Doctor.
Heaven Sent.
Are you sure I can't tempt you with The Time of the Doctor?
I'm pretty sure you can't.
Okay.
You're determined to knock me off my 100% now, aren't you?
I know. It's not going to happen. You've got 2 questions left, and I know you're going to know this one. In Doctor Who Series 8, Episode 8, Murder? It's Mummy on the Orient Express. Oh, this quiz!
Where'd you get this quiz
from? Annoying me!
I'm glad you haven't shouted it out. They don't deserve it for the grammar.
I'm not going to out them. It's not BuzzFeed. All right, so... Okay, Mummy on the Orient Express, how many seconds do the passengers have to live after they've seen the foretold?
66.
Are you sure you want to lock that in?
It is. Anakin Skywalker enjoyed that a lot. Order 66.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Here we go.
I got a lightsaber out at the start of the episode, Crispy.
Are you a Star Wars fan? On which planet does the Doctor and River Song's story end?
Beryllium. Even though that's not technically... No, in fact, that's not... For us, their story ends on Beryllium for their last episode, but technically it should be the library, which is an unnamed planet. It's just called the library. Technically, their story ends on the library.
Well, from Tennant's perspective, that's where it begins.
Yeah, for Capaldi's perspective, it ends on Beryllium. For River's perspective, it ends on the library. For our perspective, it ends on Beryllium. It's a very difficult question to answer, that one.
Yeah.
So what are the options? Let's go with it, and let's just say what it reckons is the right one.
There are other options that we could do. I've got one that I'm very much voting for. So the options are Earth,
right,
Beryllium,
right,
Skaro, and Appalachia.
Oh, well, there you go. It's Beryllium then. Easy.
I'm pretty sure it's Appalachia if you just want to lock that one in for me real quick.
I don't, because this is not the kindness you're giving me right now. That is not a kindness.
That's a good reference.
Yeah, that's a good reference. It is.
All right, well, you got 15 out of 15, so Troy's the best Doctor Who fan we've ever had.
I cannot believe I got... It's the 17 DVDs one for me. That's what did it for me.
Yeah, that shocked me. That has shocked me.
The fact that you didn't even give me the option, that was when you knew it was all about to change.
Yeah, that's when I knew my life was literally different from that point onwards.
And you know what? Our runtime is coming to an end. I don't think we've got time for the BuzzFeed quiz. And
yes, we do. Yes, we do, because it's so easy.
Editing, it's so easy. Come on.
It's so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy. Just do it.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what, right? This is the man who doesn't do the editing. And last week, I was up until 5:30 in the morning editing this because I had other commitments to get on with. So it's going to be the same thing again. It's going to be this man's fault.
Ask me questions.
Well, it's not. It's a. If you relate to at least 15 things on this list, you're obsessed with Doctor Who quiz from BuzzFeed.
Okay, no, we don't have to do it then. We don't have to do it.
After you've hyped it up, we're kind of going to have to now.
I thought there's another BuzzFeed one where it's like if you don't get these 12 questions, you're not the ultimate Doctor Who fan. And they're very basic questions. I think I did it last year with a mate of mine, and we remember thinking,
then you're going to be able to cheat.
This is ridiculous. Well, my memory is...
Let me see. Doctor Who
very
quiz.
Small.
If you guys want to see more Doctor Who quizzes, let us know and we'll do more. But I'm going to wrap up the podcast right now so I can go and edit it. It can be under an hour, which I'll be really appreciate. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Is that the end?
I was waiting for you to say something like that. That's not the end. Of course, that's not the end. But let's make it a quick outro so that I can, edit it faster. Thanks.
Of course.
But no, seriously, Sam, thank you all very much for listening. You should be doing the outro. You did the intro, so I'm leaving it to you. You do the outro. Go. I'm going to kick my feet and relax. I'm going to swing my chair back. Hang on.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Are you relaxed?
Oh, it's chill.
You nice and relaxed?
Yeah, I'm just going to have a nice little sleep. You do the outro.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to yet another installment of Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. From myself and Troy, we thank you all so much for being the best listeners in the world. Of course, you can follow us on YouTube and Spotify and Instagram and Twitter. And we've got some things in the Spotify thing for next week. And there's a Q&A and the rest of it. So,
we never decided what the Q&A question would be. That's funny.
Yep. So it's going to be a really exciting Q&A question for you all. It's going to leave you on the edge of your seat. It's ironic that an episode that's all around questions and answers that we didn't even think to provide our own. Hashtag podcast with a plan.
To be fair, we're not going to answer questions next week anyway, so I don't even know whether I'll do a Q&A this week.
Damn. Well, thank you all for listening, everyone. You're the best. You're the best in the biz, baby. Alonzi.
Wow, that is such a high energy.
Was that a strong outro, everyone?
So energetic. I am blown away. I'm feeling all this energy from you right now, and it's just unparalleled.
Tell you what, I'll make up for it. Oi, Troy.
Please tell me I'm ending with a joke. I can't take another joke.
Here we go.
No, I don't want another joke.
Troy, why was 9 afraid of 8?
Wait, no. Shouldn't 9 be afraid of... No, wait. I was going to say because 7, 8, 9, but that won't work.
Why was 9 afraid of 8?
I don't know.
Because McGann hurt Eccleston. Got him. We got him. Thank you all so much for listening, everyone. Please still tune in next week. It's going to be fun. Troy and I are going to have a serious conversation at the end of it. Okay,
I'm leaving.
No, maybe we won't.
I'm good. You can see
Okay.
PJ bottom reveal. I'm leaving this room. Goodbye. You do the outro. I've had enough. I'm gone. I'm done. I'm done. No more jokes. You're not funny. Goodbye.
I think... Okay. So, what did the Daleks say to the omelette? Eggs terminate. Yeah, damn. Maybe I should learn how to do an outro. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Love you all. Bye.